I'm here with Brian Roach. He's the Managing Director for SAP's Regulated Industries.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you for making time.
Yeah, great seeing you again.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Just wanted to spend a few minutes with you hearing about your thoughts on how the digital transformation is being viewed by our customers in the regulated industries.
Yeah, so we see the spectrum of those who are looking to transform their platform and the delivery of services, leveraging cloud technologies, all the way to, let's say, some of the cutting edge things that we're seeing here today and some of the things that Utopia works on, leveraging the data, right, the customer data, the industry data, and leveraging data and then exploiting that data in new ways, right, that we have never seen before or thought of prior, right? And so now we're finding new business models evolve. And that's what I think that's real the vision of digitization.
What kind of trends do you see in particular, let's say, in the utilities industry?
First and foremost, I think the mega trend for the industry is one where they are reimagining the concept of the customer and how they handle the customer. The customer's expectations of their interaction with the utility are changing. And so from that perspective, I think that's the mega trend that we're seeing. And I think we're going to see the other large and then smaller, mid-sized and smaller utilities follow suit in that trend.
Companies have sort of jumped too fast, too soon to the digital transformation platforms, and they've kind of skipped this whole thing about building a digital foundation.
Yeah, and I think it probably takes two vectors. The first vector is I have a hammer and you're trying to find the problem to hit it, hit over the head. So I think people tend to jump to the technology solution without really fully understanding how it's going to be leveraged, how they're going to take advantage of it. But I think you bring up a great point. The digital foundation is really capturing and understanding what information you have available, right? How are you going to exploit that data? How do you transmit? How do you then tap into it and then use it in other ways? What new applications need to be developed? I mean, it's very comprehensive in that regard. But the digital foundation really, it becomes the data system, and I think you guys are expert at that. You understand that. And so from that perspective, I think they have to get their arms around that data.
What do you see the impact of technologies like IoT and predictive maintenance and predictive analytics, and the need even more so to build that foundation of high integrity data?
You will quickly uncover bad data, right, or redundant data, or so because once you establish an IoT situation where you're asking a machine to do what a person does, and disintermediate conflicts and that's all being handled in an application as opposed to by a human, that will exploit the quality of data issues that you have. When everything that we touch has an IP address, right? That's going to start feeding data into a system. You absolutely have to know that data is good and solid and what's coming out of the amount of data that we're currently putting into our systems exceeds everything that was put into systems for the prior 1,000 years. But in the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to even go 10 times beyond that. I mean, it's this incredible curve. So no question that the quality of your data system, the integrity of your data is foundational for everything going forward, because as we start to add more and more, it goes beyond human comprehension about what it is that we can do with it. Right?
So in your conversations with customers, what would be your advice to the customers that are thinking about what kind of a journey should they be taking?
The theme of this discussion is really making sure that you understand where your data is coming from, how you're capturing that data, how you're protecting that data, how you're exploiting that data, et cetera, as the core foundation. That's first and foremost. And then you can start to think about the incredible value-added opportunities that build upon that.
Very exciting times, Brian. Thank you so much for your support. You've been an amazing partner. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate your partnership as well. And without you, we can't do what we do.
Thank you so much. Very kind of you to say that.
Great spending time with you.
Thank you as always.